A day off diet today. Straight out of Ngaruawahia, New Zealand. Here's Maurieo. Hello, Maurieo Vlogs. Number 527, Fish and Chips. Hello, welcome. Well, the big day came and the fish and chips were ordered and delivered. Certainly the biggest amount of fish and chips I've ever bought, $175 worth. Yeah, and it 175? Yeah, $175 worth. Yeah, and we had a good feed and we had some left over. Now in New Zealand, like fish and chips they used to come wrapped up in newspapers, but as newspaper on the outside, and then they newsprint on the outside, and then blank newspaper inside. And some fish and chip shops still use newspapers, old newspapers, but the one that I went to used newspaper but not printed. So traditionally they come in old newspaper, and we have a saying, it'll be fish, if you're in the news, it'll be fish and chip, you'll be on the fish and chip wrappers the next day, sort of thing. So, just about the fleeting nature. So we have our chips and our fish wrapped up in newspaper. So they came out all in newsprint. I think there was, I didn't count how many bundles there were, but there was, they have a $50 pack, which is 12 pieces of fish, I think 3 crab sticks, 6 sausages, and maybe 3 hot dogs or something like that all together. So I bought 3 of that, and $10 worth of chips. So I bought 3 of those, and then a half one of those, a 5-pack, because I sold around about 38 tickets. So we bought the fish and chips, and then traditionally we sometimes have a bit of bread and butter, and we have a chip butty or chip butty, depending on which English accent you want to effect. And so I bought some butter and some bread, and I bought some cheap soda drinks there. And the lady at the fish and chip shop actually gave me a free 2 litre of Coke as well, which was really, she gave me that, and some bread and butter, and I had some serviettes and some knives to put the butter on, and some cups, and and a bit of vinegar, and of course so New Zealand butter for the bread, and some Watties tomato sauce. Watties tomato sauce is always there, and some DYC vinegar. So some people, I don't know whether anyone did today, likes to have a bit of vinegar on their chips. I quite like a bit of vinegar on my chips, actually. But and the old chip buddy. So we put on what I call a Kiwi As fish and chip deal there, and traditionally we had fish and chips are best enjoyed outdoors in the newspaper, preferably at the beach. I can remember vividly having fish and chips at the beach. As always on the beach, it's beautiful. Just I don't know whether it's the salt air that makes the fish better. And the feedback was that everyone was relatively happy with the chips. So everybody's an expert on chips. Everyone has their favourite fish and chip shop, and these chips are better. But most people gave the thumbs up for the chips and the fish as well. Fish was very very nice. I had a couple of bits of fish myself, and it was awesome. So fish and chips went well, a big build up to that, and everyone was reasonably happy. So that was stage 1 of the wrecking the diet, was a couple of bits of fish and some chips and what have you. So I got that all tidied away, and then of course I went down to the night market to for me traditional, well, what's becoming traditional Friday night bubble tea. And last week I got some dumplings there, some pork dumplings, 15 for $5, which is pretty filling actually. I'm still still pretty full on those. And so yeah, that was the rest of the diet sort of blowing out of the water. And yeah, and me cup of bubble tea, which I don't think's all that diet friendly either. So yeah, all in all, well, spent most of the day eating, I think. So it was a pretty good day. Last day of, I call it term. It's sort of the mid-semester break. So we've got 2 weeks break now to do some marking and catch up and have some workshops and things like that. So yeah, I was pretty happy with the whole fish and chips thing. It went quite well, and I'm trying to plan my next event, or have another event maybe at the end of the semester, just before the exams. But I'm still working on that one. So yeah, so it was a great. Well, it was pretty typical Kiwi fish and chips, as I say, outdoors, and the Waddy's tomato sauce, bread and butter. Not many went for the bread and butter option. You get a nice bit of bread, put some butter on it, and then put maybe 10 or 12 chips in it. Load it up, and the heat of the chips sort of melts the butter, and it drips through the thing, and you can put a sprinkle of vinegar on it as well if you're into that sort of thing. It's just bloody marvellous. You know, it's the simplest things in life that are the best, I think, the fish and chips. So yeah, that all went really well. So yeah, now I've got a bit of a photo here of the group there, of some of the group there, with put it on the picnic tables. Fortunately, I didn't get a copy of didn't get a photo of the chips themselves, because it was quite $175 worth of chips and fish and what have you. So yeah, it's a fairly sizable amount, but it's certainly the largest amount I've ever bought in any one time. So yeah, that was all good. So anyway, let's move on and have a look at the diary. And that tells the answer of the day, and 5,777 steps. But my battery went flat when I got to the night market. So I mean, I did a good couple of 100 meters around the night market as well. So I reckon I would have got well over 6,000, but you know, I'll just keep it on the down low. So 527 fish and chips. And we've got a question tonight. A question, well, you will see that might be a bit of a treat. It's, yeah, pretty, well, it's an easy question, but I wanted to include the fish and chips song and the thing that the kids at schools and that sing. It's more of a recent thing. We didn't used to sing this when I was at school. But, yeah, yeah, so that's it. And 167, we're on to hint 2, is proving quite elusive, this one, a little bit of a tricky one. And we'll see, and a bit of a shout out to my good friend RJ, and teaching 6 hours there, sort of, and a bit of prep and admin done. So that's all good. So let's have a look at today's challenge. Now, today's challenge is a little song here. What I want you to do is to tell me on the 4th slide in how many chips are in the clip art diagram. That one, how many chips are there? That's the question. Not in that diagram. So this is a song school kids sing at school in New Zealand. How many chips in the diagram there? How many?
Fish and chips.
Not that diagram.
Fish and chips make me want to lick my lips. Eat them for breakfast, lunch and tea. Fish and chips are for me. Fish and chips, yeah. Fish and chips.
That diagram.
Make me want to lick my lips. Eat them for breakfast, lunch and tea. Fish and chips are for me. I like green bananas and pink ice cream. Wobbly jelly makes me scream. Mum's hamburgers are pretty cool, but I like fish and chips.
That diagram there.
Fish and chips, yeah. Fish and chips make me want to lick my lips. Eat them for breakfast, lunch and tea. Fish and chips are for me, yeah. Fish and chips are for me.
So, as you can see, in New Zealand, we're pretty keen on the old fish and chips. They're pretty much a favourite, and very, very much around. So, yesterday's challenge was to name this song here, and it's of course The Gambler, sung or popularised by Kenny Rogers, but actually written by Don Schultz. And this guy here plays it on the organ in many different ways. So, yeah, and Moz got that. No problem. Moz got that one. So we'll just turn that down in the background there. And, well, so fish and chips dominated the day pretty much. But, yeah, awesome stuff. So, well, I think that's it for today's vlog. Oh, I forgot to do my shout out for my mates. I must do that now. So, little shout out there to my good friend RJ, who held the fort for me while I went away and got the fish and chips, and then was there to help me load them out onto the tables. And he had some chips and fish and chips with us, and then afterwards helped tidy up and take the remnants back up to the staff room there for people to have a look at and pick over. So yeah, that was well done, that man. Thank you very much. And I'll just go back to here, and yeah, we'll call it a day from here. So thanks everybody for liking and subscribing, for commenting and feedback and interacting with the vlog and the questions and that sort of thing. And yeah, your support of my vlog, Maurieo Vlogs, is most appreciated. And well, I hope you all have a wonderful day tomorrow. For me, it's the weekend, and I'm home. I'm not getting infused or anything like that. So I've got a few things planned. So we'll have to wait and see how the plans pan out. All good. Cheers. See you. Smash that like button.
folks.
Go on. You know you can.